Hello. Today I will be doing a video on Kindred. A woman finds out she's pregnant shortly before a traumatic event. While grieving, she starts to suspect that her boyfriend's family has sinister plans for her. I wasn't really sure if I was gonna like this or not. I'm personally sick of seeing interracial couples in every movie or TV show that I watch. I would like to see more loving, dark skinned black couples, but I decided to watch it because it was a black woman as the lead, and there aren't too many horror movies with black women. Just to start off, I did end up really liking this movie, but this has a lot of flaws. The film starts off with the lead character Charlotte, who plans to move to Australia with her boyfriend. She ends up finding out she's pregnant and she doesn't know if she wants to keep it or not, even though her boyfriend is very excited about the baby. Shortly after, something very traumatic happens and she's staying with the boyfriend's mother in her mansion, and things start to take a turn for the worst. Charlotte is the stupidest woman ever. She's taking everything the boyfriend's mother is saying at face value and doesn't even make the effort to call and verify what the mother is saying. She just accepts whatever bad news comes her way and continues to be miserable and leaves it at that. And I'm just sitting here shaking my head. I can't help but feel sorry for her, but she's so dim-witted. She even had the chance to escape when she was finally let out of the house and ends up going to the hospital, but then later she ends up going back to the house. She continues to drink the tea even though she thinks it's making her sick, and the movie greatly depends on Charlotte being an idiot, being naive, and that was annoying, and the writing was kind of lazy in a sense. And even having said that, the movie is really entertaining. A lot better than I thought it would be, for one reason. This is a minor spoiler, and I won't give specifics away, just my general thoughts about the actions of the characters. The movie had a slave undertone. For example, the black person trying her hardest to escape, and the white family won't let her leave the big house. There's even a quote-unquote slave catcher scene. The message I got was that black people are on their own. This was a bedwench wake-up call for the lead character. The message is we have no friends or allies, no people of color allies, no feminist white woman allies. White working class men aren't going to help you either. They'll lust after you and crawl into bed with you, but they ain't gonna help you. If anything, they want to control you as much as the rich white people, and will do so in a loving way, like they care about you. It's almost like the mother was the Trump supporting white supremacist Republican, and Thomas, the guy that works for the mother, is the gentle, loving, fake liberal who is a Joe Biden supporter. You know, those liberals that visit different countries in Africa and come in and bring hugs and kisses and smiles and food and toys to the children, but they're really just there to dominate and scam for donation money. And that's what Thomas is. The message I got was that white people will get on code and defend each other, and even non-black people of color will side with whites against black people. So there's no use in asking them for help when you're in trouble. And any white person that gets off code by siding with a black person over a white person will get handled. Going back to Charlotte being naive, maybe that was to point out that black people in real life are naive to their surroundings and are in denial whenever something may be amiss, and they dig themselves into a deeper hole just listening to whatever a white person tells them, just as long as that white person does it in a caring tone and with a smile on their face. A lot of black people are very emotional, and all a white person has to do is pat you on the head and you will calm right down. Then, when you eventually see things for what they are, it could be too late to climb out of that hole you dug. But again, this is just my opinion and what I took from the movie. The biggest flaw with this film is that it felt unfinished. I couldn't believe my eyes when the credits started to roll. and the movie was over. A good 30 minutes could have been tacked on. We never get an explanation as to what is going on and why it's happening. The whole movie has a Rosemary's Baby vibe to it. Is it a family cult? Or are they just controlling and abusive? We never know. We know just as much as we did in the beginning. We are only given hints about the boyfriend and his past and his feelings about his family, but that's it. It could have been better if the movie was more ambiguous and you're left wondering if whether or not the lead was crazy because of trauma, and if the family really did have the best interest of her and her baby, or if the mother was just a control freak. This really should have been fleshed out more and should have been a mini-series. I would have much preferred this to be a series rather than The Haunting of Bly Manor, and seeing more depth into the characters. A lot of the things are not addressed. Like a death at the beginning of the film. Was it foul play? Who knows? Is there black magic involved? Because that's what I was assuming. We never know. There's no hints to anything supernatural or really anything besides what you see on the screen. But regardless, I did like the movie from a racial aspect, mainly because the racial social dynamics are very realistic to everyday life, and I appreciate that because I think more black people need to wake up. I also liked this because it was entertaining. It's a flawed but entertaining movie. It's just frustrating because this really could have been a mini-series with 8 episodes. The material deserved so much better, and I give it a 7 out of 10. I really did like it.